Hey guys, good to see you again. Today is going to be using an exercise ball, primarily beginner type exercises. However, the first 6 are more beginner. The 7th one I'll show you, if you could stick around to the end, will be a little bit more advanced, still doable for most beginners, but it's a good one for the core and the thighs, and hopefully you like it. So let's get started. All right, for this next one, I'm going to use my exercise ball for a wall squat. So I place it against the wall. Obviously there's no paintings or anything to knock off the wall. You want the ball in the lower part of your back to mid back. So I'm going to lean against the ball. So I spread my feet out in front of me and a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Keep the chin up, back straight. While pushing back, you're going to go down as far as you feel comfortable and straight up. Once again, a constant speed. Kind of like you always hear me say, the 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up. Once again, good for the quads, hamstrings, glutes. I could cross my arms if I want to, but it's a good lower body exercise. Still have to keep the core engaged, working a lot of different muscles at the same time without putting too much strain on the knees, the hips, the low back. So it's a very good exercise. All right, on this exercise, it's pretty simple, but it's a pretty good one. So I'm going to squeeze in on the ball with my arms extended. That makes it technically less efficient, but good for the core and the arms. So when my feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, I'm going to come down to the side as far as I feel comfortable, keeping my squeeze on the ball up about 45-degree angle and down again. So I'm working my arms, chest, shoulders, abs, and of course, because I'm squatting, I'm using my leg muscles as well. Same thing on the other side, coming down as far as I feel comfortable, keeping that squeeze. Now if you need to, you could squeeze on the way up, relax on the way down, squeeze again, but the goal is to try to keep that squeeze on the whole time. So it does work a little bit more muscular endurance as you get pretty much a full body exercise. Because even my back is working to help stabilize as I go through this range of motion. So the next exercise I'm going to do is a back extension. So obviously you have to hold on to the ball so it doesn't move on you. I'm going to lay on my stomach on the ball, keeping my knees on the floor. So I'm not way down here on my hips, nor am I on my chest. So what I want to do is add a little bit more resistance, hands above my head or on my head, come up and down, up and down. Now if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you could take your knees off of the floor and get a little bit more range of motion. It's a little tougher, mainly because the ball wants to move out from under you, but it's really good for the lower and mid back. And if I squeeze my shoulder blades together, it'll get my upper back and my traps on too. Once again, not too fast, not too slow, just a consistent range of motion, consistent speed. All right, to get off, hands on the floor, back to my knees. Hopefully this video has been helpful so far. If it has been, just give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get the future videos. This next exercise is basically a ab crunch. Okay, so the easiest way to get on this one is you just sit on it like it's a chair, but I'm going to walk my feet forward so then the ball is in my lower back to mid back. Once again, I could cross my arms, hands up here, crunch, back down, crunch, back down. So I'm not trying to get a full extension, although that is a comfortable lower back stretch. This one I'm just trying to hit my abs and core without hyperextending my back. Once again, if you hyperextend your back, it's fine when you're stretching, but you typically don't want to try to do that too much when you're using body weight or external weights on that spine. So I'm exhaling, breathing in, and exhale. You might even see me shaking some because I'm on an unstable surface. So my core has to engage both for the crunch and to help stabilize to keep me from drifting side to side on the ball. Really good, simple to do exercise. And just go till your abs start to feel it. Before you throw up, what you want to do till you got a good tension, and probably 3 to 4 extra reps, and that should be fine. So to get off of this, I kind of lean up, push with my feet until I'm upright again, and then I could stand. All right, this one's a lying leg curl. Very good for the hamstrings and the glutes. So with my ball here, I'm going to put both feet on top of it as I lay down on my back. So to make this one successful, I got to raise my hips up off the floor, and then I'm going to try to bring my feet towards my butt without lowering my hips. So even your calves have to engage some, but once again, it's like a moving bridge, bringing my feet towards my butt, working the hamstrings, working those glute muscles, of course your abs, and my hands are down on the floor too, just to help stabilize while I go through this range of motion. Now this is the easier of the ways to do it, but in another video, I'll do a more advanced exercise ball routine. So that is the lying leg curl. All right, this one is another ab exercise. It's a little tougher until you get used to it. I'm just going to place both hands on the ball, and I come out, walk myself out first. So I'm not trying to go in a complete flat angle like this, but I go out as far as I feel comfortable. Then I bring my hands back, out, keeping the core flexed, and back. So it's kind of like an ab roller, but once again, this moves a lot, or potentially can move a lot. So I have to really engage my core muscles. Now, if you need a pad under your knees, you can, or a pillow, but it's not a huge range of motion. But like right now is the hardest, then I got to pull it back in. So to keep pressure off my lower back, that's why I'm not going way out here. Now, if you could do that without pain, that's fine. But it's just another way of hitting the abs while using the exercise ball. All right, here's the bonus exercise. For some, this might be a little more difficult if you can't get into a push-up position comfortably. But what I want to do on this one is I have my ball here, one leg at a time. As I get in the push-up position, place my other foot on top, and now I'm just going to bring my knees towards my chest. Keeping the core tight, arms extended, knees to chest. So it hits your entire core, hits the quads, and of course there's a lot more difficult ways of doing this one. So this one's pretty much a beginner to intermediate level exercise. All right guys, good job. So hopefully you like those exercises. If you have any questions about those, feel free to ask me in the comments box below, and I'll do my best to help you out. All right, thanks. Have a good day.